Alright, so in this one, we're going to be going over the new GamePress Team Tier list. Yeah, I know we did a video on this like 6 days ago. I didn't think they'd update it as quickly as when I did my video. They added the, what? Bird Goku. I deem him now as Skipku because how dog shit I see him. The new Piccolo, who I think is actually a better unit. And Gogeta 4 with his plat, I believe. So, not many changes, but at least enough changes to be substantial to... I would say it's substantial to the current meta, because you see Saiyans is number 1, and clearly Gogeta 4 should, because this list has been a little bit notorious for being a little bit jokey sometimes, be on here as a top tier unit on a top tier team of Saiyans, right? So Z tier, I just want to scroll through and see everything before we get into it. Super Saiyans, huh? In S tier, huh? Yep. Okay. Saiyan Saga that low? Oh, God. Okay. Gonna have a fun time here. LOE is not... Yo. Alright. Oh, yeah, our ambulance friend's coming as well. This is good. They're here for the show. Because... Okay. LOE's not that low. Okay, I'm just gonna... Pop off. Please. Are we going this way or are we going the other way? We go the other way. Alright, got you. Next time, come down here. I want to see you guys again. You guys are great. They are. It's an ambulance. Obviously, they're great people. Saiyan Saga. Okay, alright. Let's just get into this shit here. Alright, so Z tier. You guys know how this fucking works at this point, but to explain it for people who don't know, the best teams will be Z tier. S tier have a little bit of shortcomings, but they're still very good teams. Lower and lower, the worse the team, basically. Also, just to mention, my Discord server, I don't promote it enough as I should, and I've been told by a group of people that I need to promote it more, so I will. My Discord server, it's in the description if you guys would like to join. I mean, I'm there often. I fucking stream viewer matches. I do random live streams. Like the other day, I just did a random stream. I was just out walking. I was just talking to everyone in VC that just joined because I just, you know, fuck it. I got the idea. I was like, all right, let's just do this. Gonna do this more frequently, so if you want to talk to me more, or you want to hear my opinions on things more, or just, I mean, shoot the shit, like, whatever, it's in the description. Feel free to join. There's free giveaways, tournaments, things we're doing, you know, with holidays and just coinciding with other celebrations for Legends and everything like that. So, if you want to join, it's in the description. You can win free stuff and, I mean, meet new people. You know, it's always a good thing. So, Z tier. Consistent teams offensively and defensively. All teams in this tier have multiple win conditions, so they can afford to make mistakes multiple times per battle without their chances of victory decreasing. Like FSK, you can make 37 mistakes with hybrids, but you can still FSK 3-shot and kill 3 characters, which is unfair, but it is Z tier. In short, these teams are clearly superior to other place lower in this list. Okay, so Saiyans. I assume green, yellow is a setup they have here, with Gogeta 4 being on this, right? Right? Tell me I'm not wrong. Oh. So is this not after Gogeta 4's plat? Because I was told it is. Maybe if I refresh. Because sometimes it glitches like that. Tell me it's glitched. Please tell me it's glitched. It's not glitched. Before I just dive deeper, is Skipku on here? He is. So, oh wait! No! What?! We're doing bullshit already?! Oh! Man, dude! You cannot tell me Gogeta 4 is not on one of these core builds when you have a build that... You had a build, rather, of movies where the core was Red Gogeta. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is not core on Saiyans, according to this. I just want an explanation why, is all. I understand the normal core Saiyans here, which I expected to change a little bit, is a good core. Nameku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and Angel Vegeta. I understand that. Gogeta 4 can one-combo any unit in the entire game when you pop his main. If I start a combo into my main, I can one combo essentially any unit in the entire game with Gogeta 4 at 6 stars. It's not like, oh, what if they're a tank? He gets 100% through cut. Like, you can't tell me he's not core in some regard. There is a setup, green, green, yellow, where you can run that, and that is, some people's opinion, better than this core of green, blue, yellow. And I don't even. The bench is just going to be a joke the entire time, because they like the full color wheel scenario. It's the stupidest shit in my fucking eyes. Like, you don't need a full color wheel. I don't need purple Super Saiyan 4 Goku, because what strong yellow is going to fuck, or, Jesus Christ. There's no strong yellows that are going to fuck him up, but there's no, like, God tier green that doesn't go neutral. Like, Gogeta goes neutral, Super Saiyan 3 Goku goes neutral. What is purple Super Saiyan 4 Goku going to do against that if they just play correctly, right? The red option, sure. I mean, I like the second one, where it gives you Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, because he buffs ultimate special move damage for your allies on his main, so he can make Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who can stack infinitely on his ultimate, do even more damage on that. I like him more, especially because Blast Base as well. I don't get how Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is not core on this. Like, this is after his plat, because if Bardock came out, Skip Q came out, Gogeta 4 got his plat before he came out. So this is him with the plat. And you're telling me Gogeta 4 is not core? I don't know what you're thinking. You're not thinking the same way I'm thinking, I guess. None of the builds below is a defensive, with definitive best out of the suggested ones. The fighters highlighted below are just strong enough to put a serious argument to be on the team. All this says bench, that's really worse than the core. Well, arguably, Super Saiyan 4 Goku is a lot worse than Nameku and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So I would say, calling him bench, and EX Raditz, I think you could also consider just the bench. Again, I don't really know what's going on here. Also, bench fighters are aren't necessarily worse than the core fighters. But I'm looking at two of them where they're worse than the core. I mean, all these three bench units are worse than the core. Like, as a grouping. Like, if you were just to replace this for this, it would make the core worse. Yeah, every single one. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Then Dragon Balls in the LS indicate the stars required. Obviously, it's a Zenkai. It's going to be, I think they rate them at 7, if not 9. It's whatever. It's not going to change anything for this one. It doesn't have Dragon Balls. Means it's core regardless of stars. How Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is not core there makes me question a lot. I wonder what this setup will be. After seeing that, I'm anticipating a lot. No, okay. Whew. Okay, I like two setups. Also, I do think Hybrids is worse than Regen, by the way. Movies definitely is worse than Hybrids, but I think Hybrids is worse than Regen at this point. First team, I mean, at least they don't need full color wheel. Because you don't need full color wheel when you have two units that go neutral. Same thing for Saiyans, by the way. You don't need full color wheel. I just wish they understood that for Saiyans, but I guess only for hybrids they get that. FSK, Revival Gohan, Future Gohan. I don't see the option or the need to have, you know, the Revival Kid Gohan there. I call him Doghan because he's dog shit. Funny enough, I do run him on Saiyans quite a lot. Saiyan Saga. Yes, Saiyan Saga quite a lot. But on hybrids, he stands no chance. Like, consider the first three, and like this Doghan is like your 10th option. Like, he's your 10th alternate option at that point. Goten's a nice, well, I would run, you're not going to bring Goten when you have Revival Gohan. And that's high praise for Revival Gohan to say he's core even at 3 stars, because if he doesn't have the 6-star logo, that means they're rating him at 3 stars. That's high praise. I think that's discussable. I don't know if that's necessarily 100% true that Revival Gohan's always core. But what do they rate Zenkai LFs? Let me see this. Zenkai, okay. So if Goten are rated at 9, I would say you can argue it, but rated at 7, I do think Revival Gohan is better core-wise. Okay, that makes sense. But Doghan, you're not bringing him. Let's say they have strong blues. again, your core is going neutral. Like, your Revival Gohan hits like a dark type when he's post-transformation if you just play any ounce of correctness in this game with Future Gohan taking hits, right? Like, you don't need Doghan on any of these. Like, all three of those, you don't need them there. The Kid Gohan is bench, obviously at the end there. Blue Trunks, you have a more strike-based setup. Blue Trunks does pebbles for strike-based damage, because obviously you have Revival Gohan and Future Gohan, who are both strike-based. Why is Blue Trunks? Like, Blue Trunks isn't really an option. Again, let's say you run into a strong red. Does it really matter when you're going neutral this many times? It doesn't. Like, you don't need to color counter when your entire, like, thing is going neutral. Like, 2 units, 1 unit stays neutral forever, Puddlehan, and then 1 can go neutral for like 30 counts. And on top of that, Rush exists, and 1 hits like a dark type. Like, you don't need these color counter scenarios unless you're getting fucked up early game, but that's not really realistic with this team. It has a lot of, maybe not sustain, but it has a lot of staying power for a while. And the more you get fucked up, the more damage you'll do anyways, right? Blue Gohan there, I actually would say that's like above, if I were to like rate these, like which one's above the other. I would say this 13's above the second team just because he's more strike-based. Given I think he's complete ass, he's above. And then PPR. I mean, if you're going to run PPR, you should just full throttle it, right? Like, I don't think you should half-ass it. Like, run like a double attack bench. Like, just OD it, right? But it's fine. Not bad. I'm more shocked about Saiyans still. I'm probably going to be shocked about Saiyans the entire video at this point. Movies. Alright, so they had Birdcoo here. Alright, let's see this. So the first team is the one I prefer. I mean, I prefer Green Broly sometimes, but, you know, it's obviously cooler and Green Broly are debatable, depending your playstyle, honestly. Yeah, I prefer the first team. I like Gogeta Blue more. Look, I have Gogeta Blue 8 stars. I have the Skip Coup at 6 stars here, so maybe that's it. I'm not sure. I just feel like you have a lot more scenarios to clutch out with Gogeta Blue than you do with the Skip Coup. Because think of it like this. I explained it to somebody, and they were like, that makes no sense. I agree. Because this is literally his kit. He wants his allies to be hit while he's a defense type. And while he's getting hit as a defense type, he's getting nothing. So I am forced to bring a transforming, a defense type, a revival unit, something with a lot of staying power for my Skip Coup to look good. Why is it that my defense type doesn't want to tank to help himself? Rather, he wants others to get hit to make himself stronger. What is that? That's the most funky kit I've ever seen. Like, Super Saiyan Bardock has the same exact kit, right? Same exact unique, whatever. Where his allies get hit, and then when his allies get hit, he's getting buff on buff on buff on buff on buff. And by the end of the battle, he could be a last man stand type of unit, right? Double card draw speed. Main ability, gets his vanish back with his ult usage. Like, he has a lot of staying power, Bardock, when he's last man standing. This guy, he wants to be like a second man standing, yet he wants to not be like thrown in because he wants your allies to get hit. It's such a weird concept. They made him so weird. If he were strike based instead of a defense type, it'd make a lot more sense because then he'd be like Super Saiyan Bardock, like 2.0 basically as a new unit. But him being just defense, and I need to run like this other strong defense support, like whatever Bojack is, I'm not even sure what the fuck, I'm pretty sure he's defense type. Defensive wall, why is that like a scenario? Why am I forced to run a different scenario? I'd rather my defense type be able to take hits, build up, you know, Bergamo type vibes. Bergamo takes hits, Bergamo builds up, Bergamo can fucking 1v3 your ass if you use him correctly. On top of all this, his green card animation, it's one of the worst in the game. His green card effect is one of the worst in the game because it's a long animation, so if you miss it, you're getting comboed. And this guy's going to be off-cut. This guy off-cut is not tanking well. He has like 60% on-cut. I think like 20% off. That's not a lot. 20% is not a fucking lot. You're going to have him not high stars. You're going to have him like 6 stars. He's going to get fucked up. Like, you could fucking 3-card this guy type neutral. Like, no sweat. Like, with how strong meta units are nowadays, I could 3-card this Birdcoo and be like, wow, that was a hard unit to fight against. Even with that, He doesn't get a card on his green card. He doesn't get anything. He gets Ki, I think. But if you're not getting a card, then it's like, okay. He has double card draw speed, but with the green card effect and how green cards work, there's no delay between the card. So you won't even draw a card if you land a green card and you have no cards in hand. Even with double card draw speed, you won't draw a card. There's no effect to delay it. So even there, he's fucked. I think he's a terribly fucking designed unit. Can he be core? I guess. But there's not really much argument at that point. Like, who am I going to run as my other fucking yellow? Turles? Like, yellow Broly? Like, I'm not going to run these other two shitter units. He's a unit that I personally really dislike. These teams are fine. Like, these setups are fine. You know, there's other variations for sure. But this is the best two setups, I guess you could say. You know, again, you don't need the full color wheel, but I do agree with Purple Broly being there just because the Zenkai buff for Gohan, right? And Gohan is your main damage dealer. I just think Gogeta Blue could make 10 times more comeback plays, 10 times more scary plays than, like, the Skip-Ku can. I've never run into this guy, except when I faced off against an equipment and title bonus hacker, and been like, oh my god, like, he's gonna fuck me up. Like, he's never fucked me up in my life. It's just... I don't know. I don't like him at all. I can't make him look good for myself, and in turn, I don't like him because of that, and because of me facing him, he looked fucking ass, so. Regen. Wait, Regen's below... Huh? Regen's below movies! I think Regen could even be above hybrids. I said that earlier. Okay, that's unique. Let's see what they rate the teams. Oh god, we're putting Blast Regen up here, huh? Oh wait, I didn't mean to click her. Please don't do that. Thank you. Okay, so Strike Regen. Okay. Again, high praise. They're really praising some of these units. So they're saying Kid Buu, even at 3 stars, is a good bench. I mean, at that point, at 3 stars, I personally wouldn't even run him. Even at 6 stars, I have him. Like, I have the Strike Regen, I have the stars, I have everything. Maybe, you know, Corrupt Zamasu's like 200 Z power, well, 100 Z power actually, off of 6 stars, but I have like this setup, right, of the top setup. I would honestly just throw EX Nail over a 3-star Kid Buu, even my 6-star Kid Buu. Like, I want that, what, 38% to double attack? Like, fuck yeah, I'll take that. Or whoever a strike attack and defense buffer is, like, I'll throw that over Kid Buu. I understand Kid Buu, he gets overall damage inflicted for, like, every part of his unique, and that's why he's here. But I don't want to dilute my other units with Blast. Like, I don't want to do that to them. Even with the green cards, he can't supply when the enemy switches in when he's in. I again, don't want to dilute my Corrupted Zamasu to make him look a lot weaker with Blast. Like, I don't want to make my Cell look weaker with Blast, right? Like, I just don't want to do that for these units. At 3 stars, I would put EX Nail in that slot of Kid Buu. And then Blast Regen. Again, they're saying 3-star Kid Buu. This is really high praise to Kid Buu. For Blast Regen, I agree, because there's no other unit. Like, what are you going to run? Blue 21? Like, she's ace at this point. I would... Oh, I didn't even see Fat Buu there. Why is Fat Buu... I would core... Well, I used Blast Regen. I actually used it last night. I core the Piccolo, Kid Buu, and Merge Zamasu. You don't need Revival Cell. You don't need that off option. Again, I just go full offense at that point. I just say fuck it. Like, I got my core. I got a defensive Piccolo, who's a defense type. I got Merge Zamasu, who can tank very fucking well. I got my damage dealers in all 3 of them. I'm just going to go full offense at this point. Like, I have everything I already need. I don't need a Revival to, like, save me or something like that. And I'll have no situation where I'm going to be like, yep, Revival Cell's coming over, Merge Zamasu, Kid Buu, LF Pick. Like, I will have 0 situation for that. I would just run Green 21 bench, or EX Nail, whichever one. They're both double attack. Obviously, EX Nail's higher. And then this Android 21, because she is obviously HP, and HP is invaluable to how good it is for everyone, right? And especially Merge Zamasu, because you're going to heal. The more HP you have, the more healing you can do, obviously. Not bad. I would just swap a few things, but, I mean, it's, again, it's not Gogeta 4, not on Saiyans, right? Future. So this is going to be Strike Future. If it's Blast Future, I am cackling, but it should be Strike Future. I have no doubts. Oh, they're mixing it in that last one, huh? Interesting. So yes, Rose is gone. Clearly, even Cell doesn't buff the tag. Rose is gone. I like the second setup the most because it's more strike-based. I don't like Blue Trunks. He hits like a pebble. Once again, 4 strike units, or strike attacks, rather. just not gonna do anything. Like he gets blast damage buffs, right? He doesn't get strike. He doesn't get overall damage. He gets blast damage buffs. Keep him on a blast team. This is a strike core. Get him the fuck out of here. Goku Black. He gets overall damage inflicted buffs, even if he is technically range type. His stats are so fucking incredible. And again, overall damage inflicted buffs. He's fine on either setup. I like the Vegeta Blue one more. He definitely needs more than 6 stars to be runnable, I would say, at this point. I think like 10 or 11 is what he needs, but they're not going to put that for him, right? Like, who the fuck really has Vegeta Blue that high up unless you're spending money constantly? And then this last setup, Merge Zamasu, Future Gohan. I kind of get it. I kind of get it. If I were to tweak it, I would just throw Blue Trunks out of here. I don't even know who I'd replace him with, honestly. Who the fuck do you replace Blue Trunks with on Strike Future? I would just put LF Rose there for Strike Attack and Defense, and then Blast Attack for both Zamasus. Triple buff both of them, I guess. Definitely not going to bring them because you have Merge Zamasu there. But, yeah, I kind of like that bottom setup. It's actually unique. I understand where it's going with it. Saying 3-star Future Gohan is also very nice to Future Gohan because, well, this is before the new Rose, actually. I would say the free-to-play Rose for Strike Future is equal to a 3-star Future Gohan, right? Puddlehan, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like this. I don't think it's bad. Again, Blue Trunks just shouldn't be anywhere near this, though. He's not going to be run. Powerful opponent. This can be hard to gauge because you never see powerful opponent because people don't have the team. Like, it's a whale team, right? Even I don't have this fucking team because look at the core. I don't have... Wow, that's a lot of teams. Okay. Let's just go through it, I guess. So, the first one's a mixed bag. I don't like that. Straight up, I just don't like mixed teams. They just don't work out well. And what I mean by mixed is Cell Strike, Vegeta Strike, Frieza's Blast. Don't like that. Then Kid Buu, Blast... it's weird. I don't like the mixed bag scenario. Yeah, I don't like that top team. That secondary team, it's better. And you have green cards for Vegeta. I would just throw Vegeta off. Like, I would just put Bojack in that second team. Yeah, this fourth team is probably the ideal team I'd run. I'd run that fourth team. If I had Frieza, I'd run that fourth team a lot. Because you have 2 blast-based units, that's good. Then you have Kid Buu, who's also blast-based, and you have Broly, obviously the HP. Then the other, Green Kid Buu, who is just a very good support. Then these other 2 setups, that's Frieza Force at the bottom there. I mean, it's just the bench. It's why Kid Buu bench? I don't get that. He's blast attack and defense. Is that really like that substantial? I don't know. And then Cooler bench. Isn't he strike attack and defense? And then he does LOE movies. You don't have any LOE movies. Interesting. But I do like that Forge setup a lot. It's hard to gauge powerful opponent because no one has them like peak pinnacle stars. Like no one has every LF at those high stars. Like even above 6, right? S tier. I'll go over S tier and then like I'll touch on Saiyan Saga and God Key because I feel like everything else there makes sense. But Saiyan Saga and God Key I think it could be touched on, especially with Merge Zamasu. I forgot his Zenkai was going to be added into this, so it makes a change. S tier. The teams listed here would be Z tier worthy if it weren't for some small flaws that either make them less diverse or a little bit less powerful as a whole, which hurts their consistency compared to Z tier teams. Okay, so GT. Omega is rated probably at like 7 stars right now because we just got 9 stars and this list is a few days old. Oh, Omega's not here! Really? What? Hello? I assume that's Omega on the left in that bottom setup, which I think is the best GT setup. Oh, there's Gogeta. We found him. On GT, not Saiyans. I would say Omega over Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. That second setup is the one I'd run. I'm not even looking at the top one. I don't like the top setup. It's just... it doesn't flow that well. But that second setup is the one I'd run. If you just swap... I mean, maybe that last setup is meant to have Omega. I guess that last one's meant to have Omega. So, that last one... Omega, G4, and Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That's a really good setup. Like, that's like a highest tier worthy setup. We need to see more of Omega to, like, really get it. But Gogeta 4 can carry. Omega supporting, like... and supporting someone that can do all the carrying in the world from Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And Super Saiyan 4 Goku's also supporting, given its minimum, but it's still support. You can really amplify your units. Maju even supports. Then EX Goku's obviously the HP bench. Yeah, I like this. That last team, I assume, again, is Omega for that first unit. I definitely think that's the only, like, really only GT setup you can run, which is, again, a very good setup. Like, if you could try it, please try it. Gogeta 4 does need to be 6-star, though. Like, you need that. He needs that increase. Frieza Force, some respect on my team's name, because people never respect this team because they never see it. It's sad, but it's true. Okay, Goldo's bench for HP. I don't like the pull thing. I rather run EX Ginyu. I just value attack more. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a dunce for just going more attack than blast, but EX Ginyu is 35% to blast attack and strike attack, which is good for obviously 8 Vegeta, who kind of just wants to do it all, right? He is like your unit. Obviously, I don't have full power Frieza, but if I were to like think about it, yes, this makes sense. I like the second setup more because Nappa, Nullify Special Recover Change is a very good thing to always do. Having Frieza and Nappa be able to do that, even Vegeta off a green card, it's a very strong setup, and I don't think it can go under the water. Like, people should acknowledge it, right? Nappa maybe not be the greatest unit, but he is at least good to be core on this team, I would say. But not bad there. Super Saiyans, I'll look at it. I just kind of want to laugh at it, but I'll look at it. Yeah, okay, that setup. I get it. So, people will tell me this setup's good, and it's not good. It's a setup, for sure, but it's not a good setup. You run Revival Gohan, Future Gohan, and Bardock. And yes, they're all Super Saiyans. Woohoo! You get one comboed, okay. Future Gohan can die. Like, if they just quick click cards, you're dead. Like, you have no staying power, you have no durability, you have 0. Sure, you have Revival. Great. After you revive, your Gohan's going to look worse than your pre-revival. Just how it's going to be on a Super Saiyan team, right? That legitimately is how it works. Like, he's going to lose Namegoku's bench there because he's not a Super Saiyan anymore. He's getting strike attack defense from Kaioken Goku, then he's getting HP. Great! You're going to lose your staying power, you lose your damage. Super Saiyans, it's just a gimmick. It's not good. I would say it's below, like, above Vegeta, below Vegeta Clan, above Sun Family. Like, that's where I would rate Super Saiyans. Like, it's just not a real team. I don't even, like, want to bother looking at the rest, because it's just a silly setup. I just don't value this, and I don't know why it's valued so high. But to look at God Key and Saiyan Saga before we wrap this up here. Yeah, let's look. Merge Zamasu should be on one of these setups, I would assume. That's why I want to look at this one. Because I do think God Key got better. It's just that it hasn't moved, even though it got better. Okay, I like that first setup. That second setup got me thinking, but that first setup I like. Why is Revival Goku on 3 setups? God, I hate that people devalue this guy. Yeah, that first setup I like. Saying you need Evolution Blue at 6 stars is kind of like gassed. You don't need him at 6 stars. He's one of those LFs that, like, even at 3 stars, you'll see his value be tremendously insane. But I like that first setup. Blue, purple, yellow, I think is a good setup for God Key. It is more range type. It takes a little bit longer to build up because Blue Goku takes a bit to build up. And Zamasu wants to be hit at least 4 times to be his full build up. And Vegeta needs to do a lot of cards to get his build up going, like, fully to, like, you know, shit stomp. But with God Topo, makes it a little bit quicker. Zamasu there just because, I mean, I wouldn't even bench him at that point. You're running 4 blast base units, like, get Zamasu out of here. Corrupted Zamasu, obviously. Replace him with, like, Vados or Champa for, like, double attack or blast attack and defense, something like that. The second setup, that's weird. I mean, I get it, kinda, but it's weird. It's basically saying, who are you going to use? Gogeta Blue, or are you going to use Merge Zamasu in this matchup? Like, you pick your poison. Because you're not going to replace Revival Goku. Because if you need that rush control if you're going to, like, optimize it at that point, right? And if you run, like, purple, green, yellow for that second setup, you have 0 control out of anything. Like, you're just going to get fucked up. You'll have good healing, but you'll have 0 control. Then the third and fourth, rather. I don't like Revival Goku with Topo. He needs Vados, so I don't like that. And then the third setup, it's just replacing Blue Goku. I don't think Blue Goku should be replaced. I think Revival Goku has been dead since Arrival, and I think even now with Gogeta 4's plat, and Gogeta 4 being 10 times more relevant, 100, a million times, honestly, more relevant, you can't run Revival Goku. You literally can't run him unless you want to throw the match. Like, he is the unit that throws matches for you. Like, he's just not good enough to run. And then I want to go over Saiyan Saga here just because this team, I've been running it a lot. I just got Yajirobe 9 stars, yeah. Huh, Tenon, man. So they all value double defenses for bench, because that's what he does. Oh, no, that's not Tenon, man. That's, I don't know what the fuck his name is. Whatever. That's the other guy, Golden Boy. Core, I would say the core, just using it a fuck ton, is Piccolo, Ape, and Yajirobe. I could also see an alternate core of Yajirobe, Piccolo, and Revival Gohan, Doghan, back there. Just because he makes Piccolo, given it's not that much, he makes Piccolo do better, and then obviously a Revival mechanic does allow you to have more staying power, with Yajirobe healing the team 3 times on greens and giving you greens to offer. But I do like the setup of Ape and Yajirobe with LF Piccolo, because all those greens, you have Ape Vegeta, you know, sometimes your opponent's going to get lackadaisical. They'll be like, okay, he just used the green. He doesn't have another. I can go for this tackle. Then boom, you have another green. You do Ape Vegeta. You start a combo, blah, 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 blah. Then get that 50% and below. Go to Yajirobe. They're locked in. Given, like, it might not one-shot his blue card, even though it should one-shot. At least my fucking 9-star one does. You can fuck someone up. And if anything, you're going to one-shot. Like, you're going to one-shot if someone's below 50% HP if your Yajirobe is built for more blue card damage, which he has blue card equips, right? I do like Saiyan Saga. I want to move it in like this listing. Just this is the only team I really care enough to move. I would say Saiyan Saga is better than God Ki. God Ki is second in tier 1 to me. And Super Saiyan should be like, yeah, down. Like Super Saiyan, Vegeta Fam is way too low. LOE and Vegeta Fam is way too low. But Super Saiyan should be like where USS is. Like, it's so silly, the team. It can work, and when it does work, it feels great, but most of the times it's not going to work. It's just a gimmicky setup, again. Let me know what you guys think of the GamePress team tier list. Overall, it's fine. I mean, not having Gogeta 4 on Saiyans is criminal, but the rest of it, you know, some things are things you expect to see, some things you're surprised to see. Saiyan Saga being that low, I'm going to make it redeemed. I'm going to make it go higher because this team needs more respect. But let me know what you guys think of the list, and I'll see you guys in the next one.